All right. Hello, Kay.
Hello, Crystal.
How are you going?
I'm good. The sun's shining. It's a beautiful day.
I know. This room is just beautiful. We've got this window here that lets the afternoon sun in, and it's just fantastic, isn't it? Welcome, everybody. Let me tell you what we're doing today. We are actually doing what we call a business wheel of success. And the reason why we do this is there's 10 sections to it. Both Kay and I are going to be, what business are you going to represent?
I'm going to represent a bookkeeper.
A bookkeeper,
Yep.
and I'm going to represent a trade business, but I'll pick the handyman business because I know that pretty well as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through each section of these around this 10 sections of the business wheel. And what this does is it gives you a line in the sand for your business so that you can then look at what you need to work on, or it just gives you a bit of insight. It's like working on top of your business. So it just gives you an insight as to what areas may need working on. But it really is a line in the sand, and you probably should do this at least once or twice a year, maybe even 3 times a year, and just see where you're improving or whatever. And you could definitely get some goals and actions. And maybe that's what we'll do as well at the end of the show as well. We hope you enjoy the show. So the first question is that your personal financial rewards. So Kay, as a bookkeeping business, how happy are you with your personal financial
Well, I'm
rewards?
going to ask you, first of all, what you mean by personal financial rewards, because that's two kind of different
Yes,
words
it is a little
to me.
bit. So how happy are you with the rewards that you're getting in a financial way from your business? Are you happy about what at the end of the financial year, are you happy with what you are receiving?
Okay, I'm going to draw my line on my piece of paper.
Yes,
Probably about at a number 7 out of 10. So,
and why are you giving it a 7 out of 10?
Because I'm getting enough. I'm happy, but I could be happier.
Okay.
I could produce more, earn more. I could improve my productivity, my effectiveness. So there's definitely room for improvement, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, so you've kind of got a goal in your head, right, as to what you would like to earn.
Yes.
As a net profit out of the business.
Yes.
So your personal financial, either you take it as wages or profits or however you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7 out of 10, so not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
So for myself, I think as a handyman trade business, and I'm going to make myself I'm going to be a man plus 1, right? Are you on your own, or do you have?
I have a couple of staff members. I've got one in the Philippines, and I've got someone over here in Australia too.
Okay, perfect. So you're a bookkeeper plus 2, and
2.
I am a trade business plus 2 as well.
Okay.
So, so my personal financial rewards, and how long have you been in business for?
I've been in business for 5 years.
5 years,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So I've been in business for let's go 1 year.
That's not very long.
It's not very long. So am I, with my personal financial rewards, am I happy with it as a new business? But I've got 2 people working for me, so I'm pretty stoked with that. So I would say I'm probably sitting at around a 4 because I don't think I've worked out properly what my pricing is. And also having 2 staff I've just got so much extra admin now in the business, and I'm just really struggling at night to get everything done.
Staff are expensive.
And staff, well, I've got some good guys, and I'm really, we're good mates, and we're really having fun at I really like working with them, and it's nice having them. And I guess one has got quite a lot of good skills. The other one, we're teaching him. So, So I'd say I am a 4. So in my personal rewards out of that business. So, Kay.
Yes.
Your marketing effectiveness. How do you think your marketing? That's the second one around the business wheel. So
marketing effectiveness out of 10. It's difficult sometimes to tell how effective your marketing is, really. I'd say, at a guess, 5.
And why would you make that a 5?
Well, because I would hope to be getting more leads from what I'm doing. And I'm not getting all that many leads from direct or indirect marketing. I think my leads are coming from word of mouth.
Okay.
Rather than from any marketing I do. I love doing social media. I always have done. I probably spend too much time mucking around with social media, and I don't have a VA or anybody to do that for me. Right. So I'm probably wasting valuable time on social media or marketing when I should be doing bookkeeping. Yes. But I find the social media fun. Not that I don't find bookkeeping fun. I do.
Don't you find you go down a rabbit hole with this stuff?
Yes.
Oh, God.
But as I say, my effectiveness on social media, I'd say, is only about a 5. I'm getting my leads from networking.
Yes.
And from, therefore, word of mouth. So really, how effective is my marketing?
Right, so you're not that happy about it.
No.
I would say my marketing effective is, look, I don't do much social media, I have to say. I know I should be, but I don't. I'm out on the tools and do that. I've got lots of photos in my camera. I take a lot of before and after and during photos. But I don't actually do much marketing. I do have a website. And I do have a bit of SEO, but I have to say that I don't spend much money on it. The website looks okay. I'm not sure how it's got. I was told to get a Google business, which I have set up. So that's. I don't know how many leads I get from that though. I have to say
they took my business down.
Did they?
Yep.
Why was that?
They didn't. You never really know. They just come and say you've violated some rule. Oh. They don't tell you why. And I decided not to fight Mr. Google.
Why?
I didn't want that headache. So at the moment, I don't have a Google My Business, which isn't good.
No, that isn't good, is it?
But I think a lot of people have had this happen to them.
Can you set up a new business?
Well, I actually have done that. I have more than one business name that I can use. It's not really what you should do, but
sometimes you don't even know, do you?
It also depends how many Google reviews you've got on there, because you don't want to lose your Google reviews, which Google reviews, as far as I understand, are actually very important.
Yeah. So going back to my marketing effectiveness, I've got my website. I do a little bit of letterbox drops. I find that works really well. I'd kind of pick the nice areas that I would like to work in. So I do those.
Where are the nice areas on the northern beaches, Crystal?
Oh, where are the nice areas? Balgala.
St Ives, is that
St Ives is pretty good. I like Balgala, Manly. Where else? The Mona Vales of the area, I guess, are pretty good.
How's Avalon?
Avalon, not really. I don't like going around those bends much, to be honest.
I don't blame you.
But Avalon is a very good area, and obviously Palm Beach is a great area too. A lot of holiday houses there. Look, a lot of the places on the northern beaches, I have to say, are very good. And, a handyman business for my marketing is really about time poor people, right? So, and people not having the skills to do things. And then the other marketing thing that I do that I have had mainly a lot of my leads have come from is a networking group. Yeah. So I do quite a lot of, I go to that every week. And
you go to BNI, don't you? Business Networking International.
Business, exactly. And they've got, anyway, it's like, so I get a lot of leads and that from that. So that's where I'm pretty happy with. All right. So what did I say my score is? I think I'm going to give myself a 5 as well, Kay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of halfway there, but I'm probably not all the way there. The next one around the wheel is called sales effectiveness. So that's different to marketing. People often get mixed up between marketing and sales. Sales is actually where you talk with the customer and you convert your quote into a job, so to speak. Yep. So how do you feel about your sales effectiveness? That's not a good answer.
I'm not a good as a bookkeeper's good salespeople. No, not really. But again, as a small business owner, you have to do everything. I think when I've got a lead, I actually do convert the lead. Is that Does that answer the question?
Well, how happy are you with your
How
sales?
happy I am with that?
This is about you.
I'd say a 9.
Okay.
I'm going 9 for my, once I've got the lead. Often because it's from people I know anyway.
Yeah.
But obviously you've got to, you don't have to negotiate, but sometimes there is a bit of negotiation, not so much on price, but on what, as a bookkeeper, what you are going to include in your services. So, and that depends then, that works out the price that you're going to charge.
Yeah.
Is it just basic bookkeeping? Is it including the BAS? Is it including reporting? So depending on what people want determines how much you charge them or how much they're willing to pay.
So okay. So your sales effectiveness is a 9.
Yeah.
I would have to say I'm probably around a 6. I feel that when a customer asks me, what is your hourly rate? I don't really like talking about that. I don't know. I find that really hard. So I try and price it more around what the job's going to cost. Like I don't break my quotes down into invoice and hours, and materials so much. I try and give it as an overall job because I feel that your pricing is more reflective around what you can do with the job and whether you're in the ballpark of what, but often people's expectations. So I think I'm going to give myself a 6 because I need to get better at that sales conversion when I'm talking to them. Also, I probably don't get my quotes out. I probably don't get my quotes out fast enough either. So that's something I need to work on because I'm doing everything at the moment. I find that I probably need to work on that. So probably it's around getting my quotes out faster.
Yep.
And I'm around a 6.
Yes, getting your quotes out quickly is important. We've actually had someone quoting at our house. Someone came round last week. No quote yet. Somebody came round Monday. No quote yet.
Oh, God.
Yes. So we'll wait and see. It doesn't present a good picture because people, I don't like waiting either for anything.
Who does? None of us like waiting, right?
No.
I feel that we all, I feel like when you get a quote, the aim of the game, I guess best practice, if I put my coaching hat on, I was actually talking to the client earlier today about this, and we worked out when the lead comes in or when something drops in, what is best practice for her to get it to that quote conversion into a job, right? And the best practice is that they get a call within 2 hours of them ringing you or sending you an email or texting you. Or a web lead, and then you would within 2 to 4 hours is you've got a high chance of conversion. Then the longer that leaves, the lower the conversion. Then the other thing they say is that you book it in on that day to go to or they send you photos, whichever way you go, and then from there you go into you need to get that quote out after that site visit within 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's best practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've got a much higher chance of conversion. Every day you don't send it, you've got a 50% less chance of converting.
Well, you lose confidence in the person if they can't get a quote out.
Yeah.
How are they going to do the work?
Well, it's that we judge people on that, don't we?
I do. I do. Talking about quoting quickly, because I know we need to move on, otherwise we'll never get this finished.
We're only on up to section 3, but we've got all afternoon. So tell me, what are you thinking?
Just quickly as a bookkeeper, quoting. I had a software that did everything for me. So I had all the information in there. What type of services am I going to provide this person? I'm pick this one, send out the quote automatically through the software. It's got a contract attached to it. It's got terms and conditions attached to it. Client gets it, signs it, sends it back. There was also little videos that we could put or attach.
Oh, what software was that?
It was called Ignition. It was just really nice and easy. And plus, I got my money punctually because there's a section for direct debit in there so the client immediately signs to say, yes, I'll pay this at the end of every month or beginning of every month, whichever it is. So everything was contained in this software. So I didn't really have to think, take time. So it was quicker. So I got everything out quicker, back quicker, started the job quicker. Anyway, probably now time to start another.
Sounds like a good system.
It was a very good system. I loved it.
The thing that I was thinking of with just this handyman business that I'm pretending to have, I have a system, but I don't use it very well. So I use it for scheduling, and I don't know. I get a little confused as to where all the jobs live in it. So I probably need to do something about that.
Some systems
yeah,
can be like that.
So I think if you have a system, you should be using it a bit better, shouldn't you?
Well, you have to invest time in it, and that's probably the problem with small business owners. We don't have the time. But then you should take the time because it's advantageous in the long run.
Yeah.
Right.
Talking today about the business wheel of success, and there are 10 sort of segments of this, and we've covered the first 3. The next one we're up to, so we've done your personal financial rewards. How satisfied are you with that? How satisfied are you with your marketing effectiveness? And how satisfied are you with your sales effectiveness? Now, the next one is, to what extent does your culture support your vision? So that's a big one, isn't it? So how does your culture in your business, as a bookkeeper business, support your vision?
Very difficult question.
What is your vision?
Well, what is my culture? My vision is to have a successful bookkeeping business. Mm-hmm. And I'll go back to something I go on about a lot. I like to be liked.
You do like to be liked.
And to have a business.
It's a curse, isn't it?
It is a bit of, it's a curse, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because not only do I want to have a successful bookkeeping business, but I want to have a business that people look up to.
Yeah.
Respect. Mm-hmm. Like.
Well, I think that's good. So how does your culture is to be liked, I guess. So how do your staff go with customers?
Yeah.
So obviously your customer service is very nice.
My staff don't have a lot of contact with my customers.
Right.
Some. They tend to sit more in the background crunching numbers. So I tend to sort of be the client-facing person.
Right.
They do ask questions. They need documents, etc. But on the whole, I'm the client-facing person.
So your culture then, if your culture is, I guess your vision is to have a successful bookkeeping business, and obviously you want your customers to be happy and to like you as well, right? Because you don't want to work with someone who doesn't like you. Is that?
Give me some words for culture.
So culture is how you set the scene. So if you are like a hard worker and you like to have fun, then you'll have a more like a fun, hard-working culture. If you are very serious, like a lawyer's firm, you wouldn't want their culture to be all fun.
I wouldn't like to be one of those either.
No. So theirs is very. I guess if I go back to my background with say Caltex was, when I worked inside there, that was a very conservative culture, because you've got the Franchise Act, you've got the Petrol Act, you've got, there's so many factors that, and everybody hated, the petrol pricing and service stations in those days. So it was more a case of they were very conservative. They had to be always legally everything had to be double checked. So the culture in there it wasn't a fun culture. It was a serious culture, and everybody wore suits,
Yes.
And so that's what culture is. So it's kind of the mood or the theme of your business.
Casual is probably not a good way to put it for a bookkeeping business, but I think
professional.
Professional, yes. Professional. Yes, I like that word. Yes.
So this is the question, right? So to what extent is your culture, so your professionalism, supporting your vision? So if you want to be successful, is your professionalism matching what you want as your...
Absolutely. So can I class myself as a number 9?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're doing well there.
You are doing well there.
We're doing well there.
So I think as my handyman business, my culture, I feel like we have a lot of fun. I like the boys. I like having them around. So we have a bit of fun on the job and everything. But I do like to also have a little bit of profession. I do want, so part of my culture is I like the work to be done properly, and I don't like any comebacks. So I'm a little strong on that. And I get a little bit upset when the boys go too far with the jokes at the job site or something, but I don't tend to stop it, to be honest. So that's probably something. So my culture probably isn't matching. My vision for my business is to be the number one handyman on the Northern Beaches. Is my culture matching that? I'd say I've probably got a bit of work to do on that.
Yeah, I think so too.
So maybe I'll call myself about a 7, a 6 or a 7. I'd say let's make it a 6. So then I know where I am.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's interesting, that question, isn't it?
Yes, you have to really think about it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a very worthwhile question to ask. I don't think most business owners would be asking
Or
that
thinking
question.
about that.
No.
Because sometimes you can have, like, when you go to cafes and you can see they're quite up. Like if you get a really nice cafe and it's presented well and they've spent a lot of money on the fit out, and you go in there and it's beautiful, and then you've got some really sloppy person who serves you and they don't give you good service and they kind of half ignore you. You've got to go find someone for the service and everything. I would say their culture is not matching their vision of wanting to be an upmarket cafe, just for instance.
That helps explain the whole concept.
Yeah. So I think it's like, are your staff doing what you want your vision to be? Are you doing what you want your vision to be?
Yes.
Because you may want something, but you're not behaving in that way, are you?
No.
All right, moving right along. We're talking about the business wheel of success, and we are now on to number 5. People development. How satisfied are you with your people development?
I'll probably put that on a 6.
Okay.
I'm not a very good manager, and I'm just not a very good manager of staff.
What does that mean? I'm not a good manager.
I'm not strict. If I find something wrong, sometimes I tend to fix it myself rather than making the staff member fix it themselves. But the question again was...
How satisfied are you with your people development?
People development. I suppose that comes under people development. I do try to train them on the software that they're using, as well as...
Do you trust them?
Do I trust them? Yes, I do trust them.
Okay.
I wouldn't employ them if I didn't trust them.
Yeah.
One girl, to be honest, I worked with in corporate many years ago, which really helped in the recruitment process. I knew her. I knew I could trust her. I knew she was very accurate. The other girl, VA in the Philippines, I just guess I just got the right impression. I know I can trust her too. And I got her through an agency who I also know I can trust.
Yes, okay.
So they do quite a detailed recruitment process.
Yeah.
They look for who you want, what you want them to be able to do. So that staff member came to me already knowing
what she needed to do.
Most of the things she needed to know.
So how satisfied am I with my people management? Well, I've just been lucky that I've got some mates working for me. So I haven't really... To be honest, have I thought a lot about people development? They're good at their trade. One is better than the other, for sure. I could probably do a lot better. A bit like my culture versus my vision.
Yes.
I feel like I could do a bit better. I'm probably not strict enough, like on... Actually, not strict enough. I'm probably not aware of what they could learn or what I need to train them in. I mean, I'm doing all the quoting. So there's not much time, so I'm doing all the invoicing, I'm doing all the quoting. So is there maybe an opportunity for me to develop one of them maybe?
Maybe.
So I think I'm going to, what score were you giving yourself for your people development?
What did I say, a 6?
Oh, yeah, 6 again?
I think I said
You
a
like
6.
6, don't you?
You're just checking if I can remember what I said.
Yes, I am. I think I'm going to give myself a 4. I think that's a real area I could work on, because not only does that, if I don't develop my people right, they may not stay with me. And also, how are my customers finding them? I need to understand if they're doing good customer service. You only need one, right, to ruin your reputation. So I feel like that's a good opportunity for me. So good question, that one. I quite like that one. People development is always a tricky area, isn't it? We could probably speak hours on that. Next one is management and leadership effectiveness. So how satisfied are you with your management and leadership effectiveness?
Yeah. 8.
Whoa. That's a high score. Why are you giving yourself an 8?
Because I have all my procedures and processes in place.
Oh, what does that mean?
I've got a
manual?
I've got all my standard operating procedures.
Yeah, right. So you've got everything like in a book or a manual online.
Yes. To be honest, something that's come in recently with BAS agents and bookkeepers is you have to have a quality management system. Now, a lot of bookkeepers and BAS agents basically said, I'm not doing this. This is too hard.
No way.
And I'm sure some of them have left the profession. Compliance is it's out of control. But so that's probably where it came from. I was a member of a bookkeeping group who actually provided us with a lot of that information.
All right, okay.
So they helped us through the process of creating our own quality management system, which meant you had to have all your procedures in place, all your...
I wonder if a lot of people would use that ChatGPT.
Well, now I think yes, absolutely, yes. So what was the question again? How?
So your management and leadership effectiveness. So you're giving yourself an 8.
Yeah, management. Yeah.
So procedures and that sort of stuff, is that, I guess that's one part of it, but how do you feel like how satisfied are you with your leadership?
I think I'm a nice leader.
Nice leader. I like to be liked.
I do. It's all back to that. To be honest, if I look back, I think people like to work. They work better.
Yeah.
If they're happy. They work better if they like who they work for. It's not all about money. So that's why I would classify myself as a good manager. I listen. I don't dictate. I'm not a micromanager, which I personally hate. I've been micromanaged before. So that's why I'm classifying myself as a good manager, because I think I give people enough autonomy, but not too much. So, yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Good summary. And I think also someone who holds people to account, a good leader is someone who can hold people to account and have those, we've spoken about this before, haven't we, where you can have a difficult conversation in a nice way.
Yes.
Or be able to have that difficult conversation, So I remember having a difficult conversation at the service station when someone had really, really bad BO. And I had to have that conversation with them about that. And that was hard.
Yes, it would be very hard. Very hard.
So how satisfied am I as this handyman business of management and leadership effectiveness? So I feel I manage my jobs well. We get to the jobs and we do a pretty good job on most of the jobs. So I feel like my management skills I probably can improve by using the system better, just let's say. And my leadership effectiveness, I probably could work on that, I feel like I don't know if I have those difficult conversations as often as I probably should. And I may not be holding my team accountable. And I'm probably not holding myself accountable, to be honest.
I think there's a lot of people who let HR people have those difficult conversations on their behalf, which I can completely understand.
Sometimes it's good to have a third person involved.
Well,
right?
sometimes it's good to have someone who isn't involved. What do you call it? Emotionally involved.
Yeah, yes. An outsider,
Yes.
sort of partial, a person who's, what's the word? So not partial, but it's like where they are separate from your business. So they're not, you could get outsourced HR if you're smaller.
I think you can actually get Fair Work to do that kind of.
Oh, really?
Is it mitigation?
Mitigation, yeah.
You can actually get some. When I worked somewhere years ago, we had a staff member. I can't remember what the issue was, but we needed to talk to them, and we actually got Fair Work to come in.
Good to know, isn't it? I'm sure that'd be very helpful.
Yep.
I'm going to give myself a 6 for that. I'm going to go your score of a 6, and we'll go from there. So you're listening. Sorry, excuse me. You're listening to Kay and Crystal. We're doing the business wheel of success. So this is like a line in the sand for your business as to where you are right now and what you should be focusing on. Operational effectiveness, Kay.
Haven't we done that already?
No, that was management and leadership. But I think you put your operational manuals and everything into that.
Yeah.
But operational success, how you get the work done and getting it done on time and stuff. So how satisfied are you with your operational success?
6.
A 6. Okay.
There's so much work that needs to be done. Yep. So many different clients. It's hard.
Yeah.
There's and you have to limit the amount of time that you spend on each client as far as possible. And that's not always feasible. So, and making sure you bill all of those hours.
Yes.
Which we haven't is critical.
Yes.
And if you're on a fixed fee with a bookkeeper, then the bookkeeper has to work that out in advance.
As to how long that's going to take.
Or estimate it. So it's not that easy. So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel my satisfaction with operational effectiveness is I feel like I'm probably around maybe a 6 with you on that one. I feel like I could probably use my systems more. I feel like if I do the scheduling, I've kind of got the statuses all over the shop. I do the quoting out of there, but sometimes I'll send a text with a quote on. So I feel like I could get a lot tighter, and maybe I need help in that area to get that tighter, and maybe even an admin person maybe to help me with that. And I feel that if I tidied up that, I probably know more about my finances if I knew exactly what was going on. And also, are we putting all our billable hours, our timesheets and that in? Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time, but maybe not all of the time. So I wouldn't really accurately know what I'm making on each job. I've got a good feeling for it, but I don't probably know. So I feel like there's probably quite a bit of room there for improvement there.
Yeah, I've got room for improvement. I tried to use a system called Carbon.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. It's like the Rolls-Royce of software to use for billing and managing your jobs and managing your clients. I just found it a little bit too hard to set up. Again, back to spending time with the setup process to improve your processes going forward. I didn't persevere with it in the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel that if I don't get this as the handyman business, if I don't get that right, as a new person just starting out, if I don't get that right, I'm probably setting myself up for failure if I think about it. So it's actually a good question, isn't it? We're busy talking about the business wheel of success, which has 10 areas to it. So for those of you who've been with us so far, we've actually done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections. We got 3 to go. I don't know why I counted that. I could see it in front of me. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to talk about, Kay, how satisfied is your financial position to support your plans?
8.
Oh, that's a nice score. So why have you given that an 8? How satisfied are you with the financial position to support your plans?
Isn't that similar to the first question?
No, because that's your personal reward. So are you
All right.
how happy with your
So
rewards?
what's this question?
So this is your financial position to support your plans. I guess this is like cash flow. Do you have enough money? So say you want to take your bookkeeping business to 6 people, you want to double it, right? Not that I'm not saying you do, but just say, do you have the money to support your plans to grow?
I think so, because to be honest, with a bookkeeping business, it's not like you've got to outlay a lot of money to grow. Yes, you need another member of staff, but usually if you're employing that extra member of staff, you're getting the extra revenue. So I would say, I would say, yes.
Yes.
I have sufficient to support I don't have any major growth plans either, but that's just me. So I'm happy to stay where I am.
Where you are, because you're happy. And you were happy with your fund. Oh, no, you gave yourself a 7 in your financial. So there's a bit of miss there.
Sorry.
Maybe you want more profit, but so maybe, I don't know, we could charge more.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true, yes.
So maybe you're just not happy with the profits, but you're happy with the size, but you need to, so maybe that's a profit thing.
Yep.
Like increased pricing or whatever it is, billable hours. All right, so my financial position, how happy am I or how satisfied am I with my financial position to support the plans? Look, I've got big plans. And if I think about it, I don't think I've got the cash flow for it.
No,
so
you probably need another van.
Yeah.
For your tradie to drive around in.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I need to get my systems sorted out. I probably need admin support. So I would really have to say I'm probably at about a 5 on that because, yes, I've got some cash in the business. I don't have any cash flow issues at the moment, but I need to get better at managing my all my support, my systems. I need to be better at understanding my profitability. I really need to think about how I can make more profit now, get my systems in place so when I do grow, I don't end up crashing down. All right, Kay, the next question is number 9.
Okay.
How satisfied are you with the enjoyment of your business?
I love my job.
You love your job?
It's not a job, really. I love what I do, always have.
Yeah.
Always enjoyed it. Love working with figures. Can't say I love working with people so much. You might be surprised at that, Crystal. Yeah. I'm a bit of a loner, really. I sort of got pushed into being more outgoing when I became a bookkeeper. Before that, there was no real need. I got pushed into networking, etc. What was the question? I've forgotten.
How satisfied are you with the enjoyment of my business?
I enjoy what I do. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. So I like the freedom to be my own boss too.
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people go into business for that, don't they?
Yep.
I do too. I like the idea. If I want to go and have some coffee with someone down the road, I could do it. If I want to work back late, I like working. I actually really enjoy working. If I want to work back late, I could do that as well. Or if I don't want to go in that day, well, depending if I got customers booked in, but I could plan to take like 3 holidays a year. I'm not counting how many, I was with some friends on the weekend and they were counting, oh, you know what, I only got 5 days leave left this year. I don't even know how I used to do. So, I don't have to count how many days leave I've got and plan around that. So, so my satisfaction and the enjoyment of my business as a handyman, I really enjoy being on the tools. I don't enjoy doing all the paperwork.
Yeah, understandable. That's why you need an admin person to do it for you.
I think that's the theme. So enjoyment, I love my little business. I love the customer side. I love it, the working and the working out of the jobs and the, all that sort of stuff. But I really don't enjoy the admin side. So I'm probably going to give myself about a 7 there because I actually really like what I do.
Did I give myself a score?
You didn't, Kay.
9.5.
Whoa. 0.5. Okay. I like that. We're busy doing the Wheel of Success and we are actually now on the last one.
Good.
Okay, good.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting talking about your business. All righty. So how satisfied are you with your own personal growth and development?
Yeah. Relatively well satisfied, probably an 8.
Yep.
I enjoy webinars to do with exciting things like tax, compliance that they keep on, additional compliance that they keep on bringing in. I'm going to a thing on Wednesday in the city about reporting systems, SIFT, advanced SIFT. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm keeping myself abreast of all the new developments. So yeah.
And so that's a lot of development and personal growth just there, isn't it? And your business keeps you really on your toes too, doesn't it? So you enjoy that. So for myself, as the handyman example business, I would say my personal development and growth, I've had I'm only 2 years or 1 year into my business, aren't I? So I've had massive growth, personal growth. I feel like I'm at probably almost too much sometimes. I feel like I'm a little overwhelmed by how much I've got to, and I know, like, just looking at this wheel, I know I'm not perfect and there's a lot of areas to work on, but I'm just, what worries me about that is that I actually don't think I've got the time to actually do half of that. So how do I find the time for this stuff?
You need systems. You need an admin person.
Yeah. So that's kind of, so I'd probably put myself at about a 7. I mean, I think it's been I think it's been really good for me. I just got to keep in check that I'm not overly overworked or that I need to think about, I need to be a little more strategic in my business to make sure that I actually am doing the right thing. This business wheel, like, you can see the areas that you need to focus on just to help yourself with your business and how to build that up. I think it's a really good thing to do at least 2 or 3 times a year. Thank you for listening to Kay and Crystal on Small Business Sorted.